Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon, artist and spiritualist. I've come to speak about many things about the transformational process that we are moving from a material, linear time to a universal, eternal consciousness. I thank you so much for subscribing and for continuing to support the channel and for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I want to discuss a few ideas. The first is that we forgotten the life of God, but that's all there is in reality, this eternal life of God that's immortal, that's unbreakable, that's unfiable. And so right now we're just manifesting our own prophecies through our thoughts, words, and actions, and the projection within the quantum field. So be careful what you project within the consciousness, within your field. For the more we seek, the more we'll find. That's just a natural part of the process. Yes, what shows up in our consciousness always shows up at the right time, and whether it's spiritual connection or experiences. I've been working, there was a master that came back to visit me the other day. I've never seen him. He works through the light of Santal. It's a very specific light. It's the master guide of the God of wisdom taught. His name is Orlet. Because slowly but surely as we open, we have increased connection, and it's like spirit are very interested to see what's going. The higher spirit, those who live in the eternal planes, are more and more interested because we're becoming more interesting as a species as well, and individually the more we seek to reconnect to that, we can embody that source, the more the faster we grow, because that's all there is, and for it's like understanding everybody in the eternal planes of consciousness, those that are lucid, that have not, there is no the veil of ignorance, they're all in love with God, in love with the source, the primal gods. It's like everybody, and that's the primal God that makes everything works, and those beings lives in grace because they don't interfere with the will of God from within them and within others. They just blend in this experience. So we have that. And there is only one God, one divinity in truth. God or divinity is always one. Yet for me, I have this many different sorts of alignment, but it's only one. My Paradise Father, the original, the Trinity, the Paradise Trinity, but also the realm of the Fathers, like Adonai, Hala, Brahma, which I've never seen Brahma, or Shiva, and others, those beings that are like, there are many beings in the realms of infinity that are equal to God, and they assume that function. But right now I'm aligning with an amazing being that became a new master guide for me. His name is Ra, or Re, is the Egyptian god of the sun. It's a very beautiful, amazing, as well as, of course, I'm always aligned with the company, the office of the Christ, the Father, the Mother, and the One, and all the company of heaven. It's like there is only one truth, beauty, and goodness, the one way. But this being is like is so amazing. I'm like realizing it. It's like far greater than any of his representation. His supremacy in form. He's never had to go through evolutionary process. He emerged from the primal realm within that. With all his. All were so happy for him to have manifested in the realm of form, and so we're gonna work with that. For me, it's like a matter of integration of that wisdom, that power, that energy of that amazing being that is working with me now. And there are many higher beings that you call on them and you see what, with respect, you receive them. You know, it's just a matter. We are developing this reconnection. We need to reconnect to this eternal part of ourselves, the flame of eternal truth within our own heart, and then we align with the I Am Presence. For the I Am Presence is the God, is the pre-personal spirit of the Universal Father, which is unqualified, and the unqualified minister that has all the wisdom, the love, the power, and to educate us, and it is. But we can't really achieve the total fusion. A higher self will slow it down, because if we fuse it, then we are removed from the physical realm, and the earth needs us here. So we're like we'll wait. Our higher self will prevent the final fusion until the last moment, and then that's probably how we'll live. We won't have to go through the process of death. once we achieve this alignment with our I am presence, so we move. It's important to stay in the presence and the present and move into the presence, to know that it's always there, even if we don't feel it. For life, when you engage in the spiritual ascension path, life is a spiritual journey that is unfolding amazing adventures, mystery that are discovered, and all the mysteries that we seek in the fourth dimension, we found a resolution, we find answers in the fifth dimension or above. And immortality is not about the physical body, it's an attained state of consciousness, or something we seek, but it's really we all immortal soul on a journey of exploration through time and space. But it has nothing. The body is like eventually we might be able to with those solar activities and all that, the body would go crystallize and will be able to stay a lot longer. The longevity, we won't grow old or whatever. But then the life in the non-physical is really nice as well. So it's like we're going to fulfill that plan of joy, play, creativity on the physical plane, as well as assistance to the world, to align them into their own higher self, as much as we can. But for it is on every soul decides. Every soul decides what's important at any given moment. So it's like eventually the ego doesn't interfere with it, but we do need this ego to exist, this individualized, so otherwise so we can recognize each other, and it's like, although it's just a temporary construct, but our soul personality is far greater than our imaginary ego. So it's like so we once we tune into this immortal plane of consciousness, we are able to integrate our soul. Then we within our physical body. Then we are able to assist a lot more. And we are assisted by the ascension of the planet and many cosmic events that are coming. There is many techniques and many ways that the divinity were on the physical plane and could maintain their physicality as long as they wanted to, whether it's in Egypt or Greece or whatever. But so there is certain cosmic event. We're gonna have one before the end of the year. It's like, I think, for the solstice. It's gonna be very, very amazing, and then we're gonna have little ones, and then next year we're gonna have even a bigger one. So it's like, because it's preparing the consciousness, and because we can't really get it all at once. It would be too much. It would be so life. God is very kind and patient with us. We're like children to Him, and He takes care of each and every one of us. Remember that the presence of your Father, your I am presence, is the presence of the first source and center, dedicated to your own well-being and evolution. Yet this presence will never impose. It will propose, but it will never impose anything. Each soul will find its own way. For it's like in all dimensions there are challenges to overcome. It's even when we reach the fifth dimension, there will still be a lot of differences of mind and consciousness between beings, and then there will be many challenges to reach the sixth dimension, and so on. But when you look at even fourth dimension or fifth dimension, the life in 4D or 5D, fifth dimension, fifth density, is fast. It feels like paradise. Even fourth dimension in relationship to the heaviness of the 3D world that we're leaving behind. So by reconnecting to the divine source within, we are assisting in the healing of humanity and the planet. For this planet has been sick, and humanity is sick. The simple fact to forget that we have this divine spark of light and to seek it out outside of us is like is really a lot of beings on the higher planes. Yes, we wanted to forget in order to reconnect. It's like it was part of the process. I know for us as a spirit group, I was shown, like, when the gods on Paradise, before the universe was even created, they were like samsara. It's like, what is that? Well, but the God proposed it, so we made a test and experience. When we saw it was a tremendous pain, but an amazing joy at the end, and we really wanted to do that, so we get implicated in this as a spirit group in the evolution of the universe of universes. And so it is a process here on the earth that we are at the end of the spiral of creation, and the earth is not ascending to fifth dimension, she's ascending into the 12th dimension and the completion of the process. And then the phoenix, the great ship, the phoenix, will change its poles, and the whole universe will be elevated to our own local universe, and maybe the whole, maybe more. There's great effects throughout the whole of creation. For universe are like local universe with different laws, and they're all evolving individually. Like we are evolving together, but we are all individuals as well. And so. Right now, there's all kinds of untruths that will be surfacing and revealed, that comes to the surface, to realize there is only one truth. This is the unity and love of the source. So it is quite simple intellectually. After that, how do we integrate it? It's our own process. For we need to awaken that truth within our heart. And we did forget to, it's like somebody who's never been sick cannot appreciate health. Then someone who's been sick and returned to health will have a lot more appreciation. So it's like the same thing. We forgot this divinity, but as we reconnect, we'll have so much joy, and we'll go back there with so much experience. Will be more than what we left, than when we left it. For a lot of people on this planet rely on physical fact, but that is quite an illusion, rather than, because they don't really see yet there is an unlimited potential from within the invisible realm, the higher planes. For that, you need to follow your inner guidance, your inner voice, the sign, your intuition, the mirror of light, the feeling state. For this physical grid is slowly but surely is completely collapsing, and in the same time there is this construction, this forming. We contributing to form this light grid that is, but we have to accept to shift our consciousness to the inner light, rather that more and more a focal point, more in the receptivity of what comes from within than all the scenarios of the outside, the show, the play, it's a movie. And we're coming to the end of that movie, which is nice. For there's been many announcements of those great events, yet we want to be in the present as much as possible. We'll be ready for it. So we need to unite our soul. I am my soul. Just make this acknowledgement that your soul and your physical body needs to be unified. That means emotional maturity. Slowly but surely, we cultivate love, peace, and unity rather than fear, control, and division. It's just a choice of frequency, and some beings will continue to choose the other power over the control, the division through fear. But trust that God knows how things will unfold, because there's value within the darkness as well. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to discuss that very briefly. But trust in the light within. Trust in your guidance. That's the only way we're going to be able to come out of that matrix, as the sign, your intuition, your feelings. And because we are here to realize that divine consciousness is all there is nothing else. We can remove our ego for a moment. We can realize there is just divine consciousness that's operating on different frequency. See through the eye of love and unity. Only one infinite consciousness, rather than always having to separate, label good, bad, the judgment. Although we do need to support what is wanted, to transmute what is unwanted, and to be able to discern between the two. Because in reality, there is only source, there is only God that is experiencing life through us. So what kind of experience do we provide the Creator by living our life on the earth? Eventually, we want to return to this life of God, the life that is eternal, infinite, that is full of joy, that is full of creative impulses, that is full of sharing, that is healing. And so we do need to bridge this physical human and the non-physical within our consciousness, that the higher mind can descend, and progressively the lower mind accept to make space for the higher mind, and beauty, grace, and fulfillment. That is really what is before us as we move towards this integrated state. And for this, there is this still presence of God within, at the very center of our heart. There is the still presence of God, but it's not always accessible, of course. Otherwise, everybody would be already in paradise. But it's a process that we chose to forget in order to recover that by our own means. So. No, you are a divine, unique aspect of the Creator, a facet that no one else can be you. All the other roles, it was a philosopher that was talking about that, all the other roles are already taken. So you can only play you, but we need to drop the mask of the illusion, the ego, to be your own divinity, to be your own, not divinity, but your own expression of divinity. And we can never be more or less than that. This is just the way it is. And understanding that there's three phases of ascension. We've been through the first phase. It's been long, it's been painful, it's this awakening, this gradual awakening. And then now we're reaching a point where there's like a million awakened beings, so it's like the tipping point. And then we're very close to that. It's going to be the fall of all the dark. This is going to be really quickly. It's going quickly. It may take a few months, but it's going to be quick. It's all of the fall of all the idols and all the dark programs. And it's like this will be a short second phase, and then the third phase will be about, depending on how long, the integration of humanity with those informations, those revelations. But and then it's going to be a phase of integration and transition towards the new world. And so it's also, it's very important to realize that every time we meet anybody, every time we have an interaction with anyone, it's an opportunity to bring joy, to bring optimism, to bring good energy into without forcing anything, for joyful perspective, of to remain steady and constant within that. But all the dark ones, all of those dark programs, it's like they're gonna fall really quickly, like a sand, like a card. A house of cards, like Babylon. It fall, like when it fall. It wasn't really, nobody could hold it on. And the galactic will assist and protect the process of ascension, just as we have guides that protects us. And for in the original universe, the first universe, there was no contrast. There was no suffering. Everybody would grow and learn, but it was not as exciting as now. So we're like at the end of that great spiral of creation. We only have a half light, and so for Source needed this excitement and this for accelerated growth. And so we. So it's like it's more challenging, but we'll be happy that we participated in this process of ascension of that planet, and the love that we'll be able to share, create those eternal connection with one another. And do not judge the dark one, for they play their role really well. If they didn't play that role, there was no opportunity to rebel and awaken, to take the light and to take the light of our soul and our divinity, to awaken that. If they were, it's just the way it is. So it's like just the way it is. It's like so. And maybe in some other universe, some other planet, some other past life, we were playing the role of the dark. So just be compassionate. Do not let God. There are higher counsel, higher mind, higher beings that will be far more. That will know what to do. Although when you inspire to do something, just do not be shy about it. Do not be afraid to invoke your higher powers. Because in humanity there is still this snake. It was originally there was only one snake. Ra was holding his snake, but then there was another snake that was wild that started to create a mess in the garden. Just part of the evolutionary process. I'm going to pull a few oracles. I wanted to thank you so much for coming to see me this Sunday. Thank you for supporting the channel and for your donations. Thank you, it's very kind. The observer of the day is the respect of the rule, to become one with the law, the understanding, this order. For it is from disorder that the light emerges, from chaos that the light emerges. So it's like the chaos was created so we can work through our will to bring it back into order. And the best way to do that is to unfold, to let go and let God bring that. There was those two planets that influence Eunomia and Dysnomia. Dysnomia is the moon of Eris, and very far away in the outer solar system is the divine disorder, and Eunomia is the goddess, that's divine order. The higher wisdom is imagination. Continue to play with you. Play. Imagine there's no country. Imagine the world of unity. Imagine, it's just imagination is more powerful than knowledge. It's our creative flow. It is and then pay attention to the reflection of life, so you can adjust. What needs to be understood is this brand new life that is before us. What we need to do is the time of leaving, departing. My luggage are ready. I'm just waiting for a call. We'll see. I'm ready. I can't stay here anyway. So, and the outcome will be why. We're gonna have a lot of answers. A lot of answers will come. So it's like, because the power of the why is very, very significant. I'm gonna pull one card with the Akash. We had the card of Egypt in the French video. So it's like I'm working a lot with this great being, this solar consciousness that is Ra, that comes from the primordial realm. And spirituality and religion, it's very important to stay focused, to keep your inner light very active. It is really essential, and because that's the only thing that will assist us to navigate when the disclosures are going to come. It's going to create a storm within the global consciousness like nothing has ever, but it will be quick. Then it's like the integration. How they're going to take the fact that they've been deceived for so long, that all the suffering could have been avoided if there wasn't for this interplay. For the observer of the day is from the Osho Tarot is guidance, and there is guidance. So just pay attention to your guidance and follow it as much as possible. Oh, we got the same card as in the French video. In the past is the struggle, is the fight, it's a kind of intuition. It's about letting go of the small models of realities of the past to emerge into a higher model. Right now it is about the inner voice, about following your inner voice. The more we follow our guidance, we have to trust the guidance, although sometimes it can be bizarre at the beginning. This some things can feel counterintuitive, but it is the wisdom. Guidance always perfect. What we need to, the future is about harmony. It's about satiety. It's about happiness beyond our wildest dream. Inside we still have a burden. There is still a burden that we're carrying inside. So we need to remove the burden, let go of that, letting go of the control. For there is certain things that we need to control, our mind. We need to control the flow of our mind, to project in the quantum field the positive energies, not to allow ourselves to be victimized by dark entities or astral entities that are going to use our memory to project negative things. So it's a kind of business also. We need to dominate all the mental planes, but we need to let go of those things that we need to let go. And on the outside there is wealth. It's called We Are the World. It's this connection to this beloved planet and inner and outer wealth. For it's like divinity has never been associated with poverty. This is like the invention of the dark, to tell you. So we do need to liberate. There's all kinds of liberation that are coming in alignment. Well, my friends, I'm going to finish with a song. I wasn't sure what to sing, so I pulled one a bit random. I'm singing this one. And pull out a few cards from the Angel Tarot. And so it's an old song from the 60s. It's a romantic song. It's called Night in White Satin. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I've always missed, with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you, yes I love you, how I love you. Gazing at people, some hand in hand, just what I'm going through, they can't understand. Some try to tell me thoughts they cannot defend. Just what you want to be, you will be in the end. And I love you, yes, I love you, how I love you. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I've always missed, with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you, yes, I love you, how I love you. When we fell in love, it's like we don't know what the truth is. It's like something. It's a gift from God. Love is like it's really magical, very powerful. Although the celestial, the sentimental, the earthly eros can be very challenging. But it creates very, very, very it's a wonderful energy. It's like connects us to when we're in love. It's like everything takes on a different color. I would suggest that you call on a color through your third eye and see every day if the same color comes back or if a new color comes in, to start working with those colors through your third eye. You call on God to your guides to show you what is the color of your ascension. If you know already what's the color of your ascension, I thank you to leave me a comment on that. And because there are three forms of light that we're dealing with here, well, there are many higher lights as well. But there is the physical light called Metatronic light that's polarized. There is the intellectual light when we've gone into clarity of mind, and then there is this crisp light of the spirit. And it's important to be able to start envisioning and seeing and receiving those visions of the sacred flames. The observer of the day is purification. We do need to purify ourselves, the physical body mostly, the mind, the mind also as well. But the highest wisdom is the mission. We are aligned with our mission. We are anchored within our mission. But I mean, the mission can be very different depending on who it is. Certain things that are important at a certain time, not less important. Other things may be important at other times. So pay attention. We're just getting glimpse here, so just do what you can with what you receive, and align with this mission of salvation, of course, reconnection to the. What we need to understand is potentiality, is to see there's amazing potential before us, and to understand all the gods in the heavens. No, there's only one God, but all the gods in the heavens are all implicated on making potential actual. So we have a lot of help. But to be able to decipher, to see the potentiality, what we need to do is to be compassionate, to be not severe in our judgment, and also to do good deeds, to be always in the love, in the acceptance, and to assist as well. And the outcome will be, we're going to meet. Meeting. Wonderful. Soul connections are very important. It's coming. There is wonderful connections that are right about to happen. Well, thank you so very much. I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful Sunday, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.